Susan Hyatt, and I'm a psychologist. I work in private practice. A large part of my practice focuses on learning disabilities and attention deficit disorder, and I do psychoeducational evaluations, plus I do interventions. So today I'm speaking to the youth movement about learning disabilities, and a large part of the presentation will also deal with attention deficit disorder, because that's an area that I'm very interested in. And I think if there's one important message that I want to give, it's that if you have a learning disability, if you have attention deficit disorder, you don't outgrow it, it's with you for life. So it's really, really important that if there are signs of learning difficulties, signs of difficulties with focus and with attention, that we pay attention to it and that the individual get a proper evaluation and a proper diagnosis, and that there are interventions put into place to deal with, like the appropriate interventions to deal with the person's specific disability. Because as I said, it doesn't go away, and if you kind of ignore it or it's not recognized, there's a lifelong period of suffering, because you're struggling throughout life, either academically, perhaps you haven't learned how to read and you're struggling to read and don't really understand why you can't, or you're unfocused and kind of all over the place, very disorganized, and have not recognized why that is so, and it leads to a lot of what I call sort of secondary disorders that can be quite impairing to one's functioning. So the important message is get it diagnosed and get the appropriate interventions. Often it will be teachers that pick up that kind of thing, and hopefully, like I said, in a perfect world, they would alert the parents that, we're really concerned about Johnny because he's very distractible, and we think he's very bright, but he's having a hard time because he's not concentrating, so he's not learning, and perhaps you should get him evaluated. And then the parent would go to their physician, and their physician probably would recommend an evaluation, and then it takes off from there. So more and more of that is happening, but in the past, it wasn't recognized, and that's why today I evaluate many adults in their 50s, even in their 60s, who were never diagnosed and really struggled throughout their lives. So we're getting smarter about it. We know more, and we're paying more attention than we used to.